Yosha! Yeah, in this club, this is going to be a new series on my channel, my thoughts on, and I'll be picking a certain character in Dragon Ball Legends, and today it's going to be my thoughts on Legends Limited Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. Now, before I talk about Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta and give him a rating, I'm going to be talking about how the ratings work on this series. It's going to be 1 to 7. So 7 because there's 7 Dragon Balls. But yes, I'm going to be rating him from 1 to 7. Now, let me just explain every number. So 1 is just that character is trash. They have no meaning. That's it. 2 is they're not that good, you know. They're okay for something, maybe like a Z ability or something, you know, like maybe a special move, but they're not good still. They're not good. 3 is they're okay. They could have been better, but they're okay. 4 is they're actually all right. You know, they're not too bad, but not too good. So they're all right. And then it comes to 5. They're good. Oh, yeah. 5 is where you want to be on these ratings. 5 is definitely good. And then there's 6. 6, they're awesome. Very great. Mwah. Great. Perfect. This is a unit we needed for the team. Thank you very much. And then there's 7. Top tier dumb 7. This is for characters like Zenkai 7 Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. These are the stupid OP characters who are amazing overall. So yes, that's the 1 to 7 rating system explained. So just 1, they're just trash. They're not good. 2, 3, they're okay. 4, they're all right, which is fine, you know. 5, they're good. 6, awesome, perfect. 7, just I throw 1 strike card and I'm OP. That's pretty much 7. So yeah, now that I have the the 1 to 7 rating explained, let's get started. Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, definitely one of the most wanted characters to come into Dragon Ball Legends. Because, you know, we finally got Vegeta Blue, Ultra Instinct Saiyan Goku, and Gogeta Blue, and a lot of people wanted Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. He was one of the most hyped characters to come. Dragon Ball Legends did a 3rd anniversary reveals and stuff, and we were waiting ages for Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta to appear in the stream, and he did not. But then at the end of the stream, they revealed him, and look how excited I got. Oh! Oh my god, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta! Oh! Like it was crazy. It was so hype and awesome how he came at the end. It was so amazing how Dragon Ball Legends did it. Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta was finally coming into the game. So we saw his kit after that, and his kit was amazing. Like, I'm gonna talk more about his kit later, but for now, as the kit, it's amazing. I love his kit so much, and his Z ability is great. At Z ability 1, he buffs GT. That's cool because GT really needed a buff. But here's the best part. At Z ability 2, 3 stars, he buffs Fusion Warrior. That made me so happy. I was scared it was going to be like Gogeta Blue, because Gogeta Blue buffs Fusion Warrior at 6 stars, and he buffs God Ki at 3 stars. And the thing is, Champa was still good for God Ki, and he's yellow. And we have Zenkai Vegeta, who's yellow, for God Ki. So I kind of hate how they made Gogeta Blue buff God Ki at 3 stars and not at 6 stars. Like, Fusion Warrior should have gotten that buff. But anyway, today's not about Gogeta Blue. So I'm just glad that for Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, they made it Fusion Warrior Z ability 2 at 3 stars. And then Z ability 3 at 6 stars, he buffs Saiyan. And that's awesome because GT, if you're running Goku and Vegeta, he buffs them, and he buffs GT and Saiyan for that Goku and Vegeta. And then with Fusion Warrior, if you're running Vegetos and Gogetas, he buffs them because they're Saiyans and they're Fusion Warriors. So yes, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, his kit, his Z ability is great, and I love how he's green and a defense type. It's funny, on my first concept for Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, I actually made him a green defense type. So I'm very glad Legends did that, because we really hadn't had a new green Fusion Warrior since Kefla, and she was like a year and a month old, I want to say, and I'm not including Zenkai Gotenks, I'm just saying as a new character released. it was Super Saiyan 2 Kefla, and she pretty much stayed the whole time until Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta came out. Very amazing unit. We did have Super Gogeta before her, but then she came a few months after release and just replaced him. So yeah, it was nice to get a new green Fusion Warrior for the Fusion Warrior team, and GT did get Zenkai Super 17, so if you have him, it is a bit weird for GT to have a new green type. But if you don't have Zenkai Super 17, then yeah, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta was perfect to have instead of him. So on Sunday, 30th of May, people were data mining the Dragon Ball Legends maintenance, and we got to see everything about Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. So we already knew about his amazing kit, his Z ability, his color, his type, everything. But then we saw his stats, and a lot of people weren't impressed. So yeah, he is a defense type, but because he's a defense type, his attack is not that great. His strike and blast, they're not that good, unfortunately, and here's the sad part. His defense isn't that great either, even though he's a defense type. Don't get me wrong, I'm sure his defense is much better than other defense characters in the game, but the thing is, he doesn't really deal damage. Every time Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta is my last man standing, Gogeta he doesn't do anything. His buffs go away quickly, and like every time I strike or blast, it's not doing any damage, especially his ultimate skill. His ultimate skill does not do a lot of damage. The amount of times my opponent has had low health, I want to get the legendary finish, I don't see Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta do. It's always just come out of my heart. It's like, come on, where's the legendary finish? I do love his special move though, Big Bang Kamehameha. When he uses it the first time, he gains that key back and he draws another special move. And it actually does pretty good damage, I'm not going to lie. But his strike, blast, and ultimate skill damage, and his defense for strike and blast, it's not good, unfortunately. So at the start of the battle, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta actually does have a lot of defense. He gets a lot of buffs where, he can actually get some defense. But it doesn't really last too long, I feel like his buffs go away quickly every time you use him. And the only way he can sort of deal damage is by stepping in and using the special skill. But if you just step in, it's not even that much damage. But if you use the special skill, then it kind of makes the damage a bit better. But it's still not enough. Like, if his strike damage was a bit more, I would say he's really good. But, the thing is, it's not, unfortunately. So let's talk about his main ability. I love how in his main ability that he gets arts card draw speed. It's great, but it sucks how he only gets it on his main ability. But I'm saying it's still nice he has it on his kit regardless, even if he doesn't have it in his unique abilities. It's only on his main ability. Oh well. He gains health, he gains ki, which is great. What I really love about his main ability is that he's not affected by purple, like for 20 time accounts. Like purple cannot affect him, like because he's green, so purple is not super effective. It just balances it out. So I really love how he can't get affected by purple because of his main ability. Now the cover changes, I really love him. The amount of times I've avoided bad situations because of his cover change. He can cover change against strike and blast. It only activates twice. But, it saved me so much. The thing is, I kind of wish he could use his special move after his strike cover change, like a lot of other characters have. Because a lot of other characters can cover change no matter what, all of the time against a character's strike arts card, But if Gogeta can only do it 2 times, including the blast. But I think what they don't want him to cover change against strike to special move is because he can also cover change to blast. So yeah, I guess they wanted to make him kind of balanced. But look, regardless, even if you can't special move after his strike cover change and can only use it 2 times, it still saves you from so much bad situations. How if your opponent does blast or strike, you don't really have to worry. You only have to worry about if they use a special skill or something that's not even a strike or blast. Then you switch into your Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, and you didn't get to use the cover change. That's what you pretty much have to worry about. But other than that, if your opponent does strike or blast, you're good. He'll stop it. And that's awesome. So I have nothing bad yeah, not nothing bad, but I'll say his cover change is good. It's good. It's good. It saved me so much, and yeah, just those two little things, but it's fine. It's still a great cover change. Now on Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta's second unique ability, Unparalleled Fusion, he has a very strange ability against revival characters. So if a character dies and, they transform because of their revival, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta gets 20% of his health and gets 2 Dragon Balls. This is a very weird ability because the thing is, every time you fight a team and there's a revival character, you're not going to use your Rising Rush unless that character, the revival character, you've already got their health to 0 and then they transform. That's when you can use your Rising Rush. But the thing is, you might take time to get that character's health to 0, and you might already get all of the Dragon Balls before that character's health goes to 0. So, and you don't want to use your Rising Rush because obviously the opponent is going to switch into, like, let's say, for example, Super Saiyan Blue Goku, Red Cell, Purple Gohan. They're going to switch into them because it's basically a free life. So yeah, I feel like it's kind of a pointless ability, the 2 Dragon Balls, because you're already going to have your Rising Rush when that character with Revival's health turns to 0, because it does take some time and they might not have them out as much. And a lot of people hold on to their Rising Rush until that character's health turns to 0. So the health buff is great. When they die and they come back, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta gets more health, which is great. But the Dragon Ball mechanic, I get what they're doing. It's a nice reference with Omega Shinron, but it's kind of pointless. I feel like it should have been something a bit more than just health and Dragon Balls, because the health is great, but the Dragon Balls, it's pointless. It's just like, I already have my Rising Rush. I'm getting nothing out of this, just health. That's it. So yeah, I feel like that revival ability is a bit odd, and it could be better, but oh well. Just at the start of the battle, he gets great damage, he gets great defense, and then every time you switch into him into the battlefield after you've already used another character, he gets some buffs as well, some stuff that only activate a few times. But, it's great buffs, but it's being held back by his stats. They can give him all of the buffs they want every time he enters the field, or the damage he has at the start of the game, but his stats really hold him back. It's the stats, and it's a shame, because while he enters the battlefield, he gets amazing buffs and everything, but his stats, they hold him back so much just from being a complete monster. It's a shame. His special skill is great. So with his special skill, he goes in, does bluff Kamehameha to them, and they can't do any special cover changes for 10 time accounts while Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta's on the field. You gain ki, you get a buff, and it's a great special skill. Now here's the thing about his special skill. I love how you can combo after it, don't get me wrong, but because it's a special skill that pushes the opponent far away, for you to switch into another character, so for example, let's say you're fighting a purple character and you use the special skill on them, you don't want to waste one of your cards after that special skill because you're not going to be doing too much damage against that purple character, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. So you want to switch to another character as soon as possible. But here's the thing: after you do the special skill and you go and you have to go forward, and you kind of have to waste a card just to switch into another character. Because if you go forward or even just switch into another character after the special skill, whatever you're going to do with the next character, it's not going to land. It's bad timing. It's not going to land. So you need to waste another card just to get close to the opponent after that special skill, and then you can switch characters and then continue your combo. Now this is something that's more personal for me. It's not really going to be added to Gogeta's score. I'm kind of sick of Fusion Warriors having the same kind of special skills where they always go forward like Vegito Blue, or they make the opponent go forward like with a blast or something. And there's also the counters like Gogeta. There's 2 Gogetas, and their special skills are against, if your opponent uses strike, you can do a counter. Like I'm so sick of that. It's Like, they only give Fusion Warriors special skills that make the opponent go forward or a counter. I want them to have a special skill. If it's to make them go forward, I want them to have that crazy OP special skill like Ultra Instinct Goku or Half Corrupted Fusion Zamasu special skill, where it's like an explosion of energy and you can just basically catch your opponent and make them go far away. That's the only exception I'll have for a far away one. But I kind of miss a character just getting a huge buff, gaining ki from a huge buff, and you can continue a combo, or even just switch characters after that and keep attacking instead of making them go forward. Um, but yeah, I just kind of wish it was like an explosion special skill instead of one that makes you go forward. But oh well, that's just something that's just something on the side I want to talk about. How I'm just sick of Fusion Warriors having ones where they always have to go forward or it's a counter. You know, there's a very few characters that are Fusion Warriors that get a buff while standing there, or just stand there doing a blast like Yellow transforming Super Vegito. To make a character the opponent go far away, I kind of want it to be like Zamasu's or Ultra Instinct Goku Margin Vegeta special skill. But unfortunately, it's always just them standing there doing something straightforward, or they're going forward, or a counter. You know, it is what it is. But yeah, I thought I'd just mention that for fun. Now, before I get into the rating of Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, I do want to mention that he is great for GT and Fusion Warrior. Like, he pretty much made the team a bit better. His animations are godly. Everything they chose for him is perfect. His cover change animations, his strike, his victory pose, his legendary finish, his special move. When I saw Big Bang Kamehameha as his special move, I was so happy. So yes, his animations are great, but unfortunately the animations aren't going to be counted on the rating of the character because it is in terms of their kit and how they play and everything. But if it was in terms of animation, then he's definitely a 7. Alright, so it's going to be my rating on Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta from 1 to 7. It's going to be 3. I know it's very low, don't get me wrong. But he just doesn't deal damage, and his stats pretty much go away as you're using him quickly. Like, he's not good to have as the last man standing, and halfway of the match he just can't get any buffs. So yeah, like, he's okay, he's alright. I kind of wish he was a bit more game breaking, like purple Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, but he's not. When Super Vegito came out for the first anniversary, he was game breaking. He was broken. He was OP. Then Vegito Blue came for the second anniversary. He was stupid. Stupid OP, broken, crazy dumb. And then we got Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, and for this time, it's nothing compared to what other characters can do, and especially purple Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. I don't know what it is, but they just want to keep shafting Gogeta characters. It makes no sense. I hate it so much. But yeah, it's just a shame. If this Gogeta could get more art card draw speed on his unique abilities and deal just a bit more damage, I would give him a 5. But because he only gets art card draw speed on his main ability, and it's not even for that long, and he doesn't deal too much damage, it's a 3. So yeah, I know it's unfortunate how I'm giving him a 3, but it's just he's not game breaking. Like, if you want to keep Super Saiyan 2 Kefla or Zenkai Gotenks on your team instead of Gogeta, I'll understand that. I will. I'll understand that. Maybe not so much Gotenks, more Kefla, because Kefla, she has art card draw speed from the start of the battle. She deals crazy damage. Her ultimate skill, your opponent can get faint, 20% chance to get faint. And Kefla is still good to this day. She just deals amazing damage, and she draws a lot of cards, and that ultimate skill is crazy. And the special move can destroy 2 cards, what the opponent is holding. So yeah, if someone said to me I'm using Kefla instead of Gogeta, yep, I'll respect that. So Gogeta does make Fusion Warrior and GT a bit better. But middle of the match and at the end, if he's by himself, he's not that good. So yeah, that's why I gave him a 3. I kind of hope Dragon Ball Legends will give him a buff, at least make him deal more damage. If he dealt more damage, like I said, I would give him a 5 or a 6 because his kit is amazing. But then there's some weird stuff about his kit. No arts card draw speed, the revival mechanic, like how he can get 2 Dragon Balls when you already probably have a Rising Rush by that time. So yeah, it's going to be free. All right, let me know what you think about this review, if you agree, and which number you would give him from 1 to 7. But yeah, thank you all for watching, and I will see you later. Bye. Next one, I'm going to be doing half crafted fusions Masu, and then Gohan. You already know what Gohan's score is going to be. Do I even have to bother making that video? Like, people already know what the bloody rating is going to be.